In question 1, it says solve. So I want to get x by itself. So here's what I notice. There's an equal sign right here. I want x by itself on the left side of the equal sign, right? It's already over here. I don't want to move x. I want to move everything else. So the first thing I notice is I have x is being multiplied by -4 and 9 is being added. I deal with addition and subtraction first. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract the 9 first. I get -4x equals, okay, and this is 41 minus 9. So that's 32. Now this is x is being multiplied by -4, right? This is multiplication right here. So I'm going to go ahead and divide to undo the multiplication. I'm dividing by -4 because there's multiplication, so I'm doing the opposite. I'm dividing. So that's x equals positive divided by negative is negative, and 32 divided by 4 is 8. In the next problem, I'm asked to graph. Okay, this is my y equals mx plus b. So that means I start here at the y-intercept. So I'm going to go to -3 on the y-axis. And then my slope is 1 over 4. It's my rise over my run. So I'm going to go up 1, right 4. And then I'm just going to sketch my line, try to make it pretty straight. In this next one I'm asked to solve, I have k, and I notice that I have some simplifying to do, right? There's an equal sign over here, and I have some simplifying to do over here on the left side. So first, this is 3 times 4k, right? These parentheses mean multiplication. So I'm doing 3 times 4, that's 12k. So I did that multiplication. Now, I'm also multiplying here and here. Right here I'm distributing, I actually have 2 terms. So 6 times 2k, that's also 12k. And 6 times 1 is 6. And I'm going to bring down equals 54. Okay, now I notice over here I have some like terms, 12k plus 12k, that's 24k. Now I'm trying to get k by itself, so this one looks kind of like this problem where I'm going to get rid of the addition and subtraction first. So here I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides, right? I have adding, so I'm going to subtract. 54 minus 6 is 48. And then k is being multiplied by 24, so I'm going to divide by 24. And I get k equals 2. Again, I'm asked to solve. I notice this time, this one's a little different because I have x's on both sides of the equation. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do though is I notice that there's like terms on this side of the equation, right? This is 5x and 1x, those are like terms. 5 plus 1 is 6. And I'm going to just bring down this minus 2. Over here, I also have like terms, right? And notice that I worked on one side first, I combined the like terms, and now I'm going to work on the other side and combine the like terms. Okay, I'm not combining anything across the equal sign, right? If I want to move things across the equal sign, I have to do the whole subtracting from both sides thing. But first, I'm just simplifying each side. I notice that 10 and 8 are like terms. So 10 plus 8 is 18. And I'm going to bring down plus 7x. Okay, you might find, if you want, to write it the other direction. We've just gotten used to writing things with x first usually, right? We usually, it looks like this, 7x plus 18. Either way is correct, but sometimes it's just nice to kind of have it look the way we're used to. Okay, so now I notice I have x's on both sides. So how do I solve that problem? Well, the way I solve that problem is I move all the x's to one side. So I can either subtract 6x from both sides or I can subtract 7x from both sides. I'm going to choose to subtract 6x from both sides. And the reason I'm doing that is because I notice that if I subtract 6, I'll just be left with positive 1x here, which is actually just x, right? This is positive 1x. And so I'm actually almost done. All I need to get rid of is this plus 18. Okay, so negative 2 minus 18, that's 2 negatives plus 18 more negatives, that's a total of 20 negatives, and x equals negative 20. Here, notice this says simplify. There is no equal sign, so there's nothing for me to add or subtract from both sides. I'm just going to distribute and combine like terms, so let's do it. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. Now, this is a negative 5 being distributed. Negative 5 times negative 2 is positive 10. Negative 5 times positive 1 is negative 5. And I'm going to bring down this plus 6. let's find our like terms. There's a 2x and a 10x here. And then these terms, 3 terms, all don't have an x. So 2 plus 10 is 12x. This is negative 8. That's 8 negatives. 5 more negatives. That's a total of 13 negatives. And then plus 6, right? So this becomes negative 13 plus 6. So this is like I have 13 holes in my boat, right? I had 8 holes and 5 more holes. So 13 holes in my boat, and I have 6 patches. So when I patch 6 holes, I still have 7 holes left over.